We're at Growing Hunter Beef, our regional beef forum in partnership with Meat and Livestock Australia. Next up we've got Professor David Pethick, who has come all the way from Western Australia to talk to us Hunter Valley producers about where we need to be aiming and how you're going to get there. What was the key message behind your presentation today?
Well, Penny, I spoke about two areas. The first one was just to be compliant on pH or meat colour for the MSA system, particularly pH. So if your cattle have a pH higher than 5.7, they're not in. So it's like an in-out, a very important switch. So we spoke about that. So we spoke about how the pH of the meat is intrinsically linked to muscle sugar or glycogen, and that glycogen, of course, comes from good nutrition from pastures or grain or whatever you're feeding. And of course it's reduced by exercise and stress and things like that. So it's a balance between feeding and low stress environments. But of course it's impossible to have no stress on a cattle, whether cold weather, hot weather. They've got to chase the paddock for feed, particularly at the moment with the tough times over here. So I really highlighted that to fill that muscle bucket as full as you can gives you more insurance on the way to slaughter. So unfortunately that does mean good feed down their throat, which I know has been difficult, but as we saw with the compliance rates in the Hunter Valley, they've actually been pretty good considering the tough times, so the producers have done a really good job. So the bottom line was prepare cattle for slaughter with good nutrition. In that last couple of weeks it'll pay off for the compliance on MSA. So that was one bit. Now the other bit was looking at, what about how good are MSA cattle actually are you? The MSA is good every day, there's better than every day, there's premium, or if you like there's past, or it's good, better, best, or something like that. So you've got different levels of MSA, if you like. And as an industry we've probably grappled to really make the most of that. So I think we developed this MSA index, which is the average eating quality of 40 mussels across the carcass, eaten in their most common cooking method, whether it be stir fry, grill, roast, or whatever. Now this gives you a composite score, weighted for the weight of the mussel as well. So it's like an average value, but it allows you to see on average how well your cattle are compared to national averages, compared to the region, compared to your next door neighbour or whatever. More importantly, even still, that processors, and we heard from JBS today, use that index to benchmark their brands into different levels. So there's, what was it? It was, I believe it's Great Southern, their grass-fed brand, and then within Great Southern there is higher and higher grades even again. Moreover, that then allows that processor to communicate to their customers, well, hang on, this one's benchmarked at 61. That's the top 25% of beef in Australia, mate. That's evidence, clear evidence. So that's ended up being a great simple tool from producers right through to processors and even out to the customers. Then we talked a bit about how to, if you choose, and it depends on your situation, you might want to sell the commodity end and produce more of it. You might want to produce, the top level end. If you want to increase your index, what are the tricks of the trade? And the three main ones we focused on were, you wouldn't use hormonal growth promoters because that'll lower the index. But again, it's only a choice. It's not like it doesn't matter if you do. You would turn them off as young as you could. Of course, that depends on the season, but good growth genetics. I chose 400-day weight because you can also select for 600-day weight, but 600-day weight tends to make cattle get very big, and it's more the Japanese market. So that's why I chose 400-day weight as your genetic growth mark potential. Good feed, and then of course the other one was intramuscular fat or marbling. So they're the big three that sort of are going to largely determine your index. But you can go on the net and look up the index and fiddle around as a producer with all the different attributes of it. But we spoke about marbling being having a very strong genetic component to set the animal up. Once it's set up, of course, nutrition fills the marbling fat cells up. So that was it. So really about compliance with pH, meat colour and the MSA index, and how to optimise it if you choose to.
Unreal. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much. No worries.
Thanks,
Thanks, Penny.
Thank you.
All
Bye-bye.